Hi, in this video we'll talk about one of the AWS services, Identity and Access Management. In short, it's known as IAM. We will have an introduction on IAM in this video. So, what is Identity and Access Management? It is one of the AWS services that helps us to define authentication and authorization related perspectives on our AWS resources. So if you have an AWS account and you have resources, for example, EC2 instance, a virtual server, and some other resources, you can use IAM to create new users, to create other users, or to let other connect to your resources with limited permission. And the AWS account that you create and you log in on AWS console by using your email and password is actually the root user for your account, which when you log in, you can do just anything. You can do everything with your resources. And that is why when you log into your AWS account using email and password, that is actually your root account. And for day-to-day operations, even those the administrative ones, it is not a good idea to use the root account. And that is where IAM becomes very useful. And not only for this purpose, there are a lot of other purposes that I will see very shortly. And the IAM service helps us to create users to access different AWS resources. And why we do that? So that we can let someone access our AWS resources, but we do not want to share our account password or key pair. So IAM is a good way to accomplish this. We can use IAM without sharing our key pair or our AWS account credentials. So what are the features of IAM? As we know that by now, we know that IAM is the Identity and Access Management. So we manage identity, which users who are going to have access, and access management. So to which resource and to which level they will have access. So it's all about authentication and authorization on the accounts, on the user accounts. So the first feature that we are going to discuss is shared access to AWS accounts. As we said, that we can create users who can get access to our AWS account. In other words, the resources that we have under one account, but without having the power of a root user, which as we discussed, we have by using username, email and password, and we log in into Amazon console, Amazon AWS console. So we can give shared access, and also we can give granular permission to our AWS resources. What is granular permission? It means giving different level of access to different resources. For example, let's say if I have 5 virtual servers, I can say that for one user, I can say that they can access one of the servers with all permission, and the other one they can only read, they cannot write, and another one they can only read, only write, but they cannot read, just for example. So by using granular permission, we can give users different level of access to different resources, and that we can accomplish by using IAM service from AWS. And also because it's all about authentication and authorization, it helps us to achieve secure access to AWS resources if we want someone else to give access to our AWS resources. And by using IAM, we can also achieve multi-factor authentication, where we can use more than one way to authenticate some users. For example, let's say that if you are logging into your email account, and when you input your password, when you enter your password, then the email system sends a code by text message to your mobile. Let's say that you have set up your mobile number in your email account, and it asks again after you enter your password successfully. It asks again to enter the code that was sent to your mobile device. So that is how it uses more than one way to authenticate. First, it asks for your password, and then it sends you a code to your mobile number to ensure that it's actually you who is accessing the account. For example, if someone wants to hack your account or access your account from some other countries, they can do that, but they will definitely not have access to your mobile number. And that is how multi-factor authentication helps to further secure our computing systems. So, however, IAM helps us to implement multi-factor authentication. And let's look into some more features. Identity federation is another feature that we can achieve by using IAM. So what is identity federation? Identity federation means instead of creating new users, if someone has already username and password login credentials, for example, not just anyone, for example, let's say the users of a corporation or an organization, and if they become your client and if they use their organizational username and password, then you know that they're already authenticated. So you can let them use their organizational username and password to log in into your AWS arena, so to access your AWS resources, which is called Identity Federation, and that we can achieve by using IAM on our AWS resources. Also, one of the great feature that IAM has is its PCI DSS compliant, which means that we can use IAM in the places where we need to store, process, and transmit credit card related information or online payment sort of things. So PCI DSS, as you can see on the screen, that it stands for Payment Card Industry, PCI, and DSS, Data Security Standard. So it's validated and compliant with the PCI DSS standard. And also IAM, we can use IAM across a number of AWS services. We can integrate IAM across a number of AWS services. Actually, that is the whole purpose of it. If we have just IAM and if we cannot use it with any other services or with resources, then there's little point of having IAM. So as expected, IAM, you can use it in association with a lot other AWS services. And one of the feature for IAM is it comes free. There is no charge for using IAM. So these are the features of IAM, and we discussed what is IAM in a nutshell. So it's time for us to explore IAM further to see how it works in real life, which you will see in some other video tutorials. Thank you.